Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am April and I'm the Wolf Ranch Girl. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm looking a little bit different. We're going to go through my nightly routine in my new category of Take Care With Me. So join in and I'll be telling you what I do to get ready for bed every night. Okay, so yeah, I look a little bit different today. I actually just got home from school. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, probably just from allergies. I don't have any kind of COVID symptoms or anything like that, but I am tired. So I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and get a shower. My son has gone to football practice and my husband's gone to help one of his friends take a dock out of the lake. So I decided to go ahead and just get my shower and get in my pajamas and then move on to dinner. So I had a few questions over the last month or so about handling maskne and what I do to combat that. And you guys can see that I have a few blemishes on my face, so I'm not perfect at it for sure. But anyway, I thought I would share my nightly routine with you guys. Okay, so this is not a very attractive situation here, but just kind of gives you an idea of what I wear for pajamas most nights. So I just have a Cool Nights outfit on. I discovered Cool Nights through one of the other blogs and people that I follow on YouTube, Miss Gold Girl, and I absolutely love them. They keep you cool and not sweaty at night. So I tend to wear those, and I just have a tank top on and then some cute little capri pants. And then my slippers are the crisscross plush slippers, and these are just from Walmart. I do love this cardigan. I get hot and cold depending on what I'm doing in the house. So I throw on a cardigan. This is actually called the cocoon wrap, and it's longer and it has kind of the thicker kind of hangy sleeves, and it is super soft on the inside, so I love it. And then one of my friends a few years ago got me utilizing these microfiber wraps or turby twists, and I love them. So that is what I'm wearing for the rest of the day. I'm here in my bedroom because the bathroom lighting in my bathroom is absolutely horrible. It comes straight down from the ceiling, and so it looks like, I don't know, you just look like death in there. So I'm like, forget it. I brought all my products in here to be able to share with you guys. So I let me see, how do I want to start with this with my skincare? My skin looks so much better. I was really horrible at taking care of my skin all the way up until I was about 37. I never really had acne as a teenager. I'd get like this, a pimple here and there. I didn't have acne, I didn't have bad skin, dry skin. Everything was just fine. And then I hit like 32 and I just started getting blemishes, extremely painful blemishes on my chin, sometimes on my nose, in this area here. And it was horrible. It was so awful. So about the time that I was 36, I decided to finally go to a dermatologist, and I did go to a dermatologist and found out that it was hormonal cystic acne. So I actually was on oral medication for it for about 6 months and got it under control. And then I was also using a topical medication called Onexton, which is clindamycin and benzoyl peroxide. So, but it's prescription. And then I changed the makeup that I was using to where I was using mostly mineral-based makeup, and that really did help a lot too. So then when I turned 40, and I'm 41 now, I'll be 42 in February. So when I turned 40, I started, I discovered YouTube. Like, okay, where was I at? My kids watched YouTube and everything, but I was like, oh, that's kid stuff. And I was actually looking up how to do something and ran across a couple of people that I am still following, which hasn't been that long. It's been almost 2 years. But through some of those people, I discovered some other types of skincare and hair care and body care, and realized that I didn't have that many wrinkles at that point in time. And if I didn't want to continue, or if I wanted to continue to not have many wrinkles and to take care of my skin, I better start doing something now. So I started immediately and have kept on with things, and I'm thinking that I'm looking okay. There's not a huge amount of issues that I'm seeing. I do apologize for the blemishes on my face. This is from the mask, and I'll explain that in a little bit, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of background. So today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going ahead and putting on my facial skincare, and then talking to you about what I use on my skin and what I use on my hair also. So the three main products that I use are the Onexton. I stopped using it for almost a year and a half, and then when the pandemic hit and we had to start wearing masks all the time, the maskne is a real thing, you guys, and I had to go back to it. So I had to call my dermatologist. I'm not taking the oral medication, but I am utilizing the Onexton. And so I put this on first, and I just use a small amount. I mean, I think that I ordered this back in May, and I use like a half of a pump, and it really lasts a very long time. So I really concentrate it in the areas that I need it to be in, which is really my T-zone. So sometimes I'll get things up here, but mostly it's where the mask hits. So you can see that I've got a bit of a blemish right there. I'm starting to get one here, and then on my chin and where the mask comes around. And I really think that that is because your skin is in such an state of openness, because I'm a teacher, so I talk a lot, and I'm breathing out all the time, and all of that hot air, which is terrible to say that I'm spouting hot air, but I guess I am, it gets trapped in there, and then your pores are always open. And today was picture day at school, so I wore makeup, which I haven't been doing, and when I got home, this guy was here. So I really think that that has something to do with it. I'm not a dermatologist though, so it's just my I guess evaluation of the entire situation. And then the next thing that I started using was Curology, and I may have to put my glasses on to be able to see this. So I first learned about Curology from Angie over at Angie Hot and Flashy, and then also Marnie Goldberg, Miss Gold Girl, who is somebody that I follow. She started using it about the same time that I did, and we both learned about it from Angie Hot and Flashy. And what this is a mail order or an online service where you have to fill out this full health background, and then you have to submit pictures of yourself with no makeup on from several different angles, and then you communicate one-on-one with an individual dermatologist. So I decided to do that because my insurance changed, and my dermatologist was no longer an approved provider. So I had to pay 100%, and dermatology is very expensive. And I wasn't having very many issues at that point in time. So I just decided to go ahead and try the Curology, and it has worked great. So the things that I was dealing with obviously is a little bit of the hormonal acne. So this actually does have clindamycin in it as well. And then I almost had like a red mask. It's not rosacea, but you can still see a little bit on my nose. So I had redness here, and the azelaic acid is really what helps that. And then I am over 40, so I do want to try and address some wrinkles or sun damage type things. And I used to have an extremely prominent, if I squint or scowl, you can see it, very prominent wrinkle right there, and it used to be just visible all the time. I don't know how like up close and personal you guys want to get, but anyway, you can't even see it now, and I'm not like like there I am, like spreading that skin out, but you can't even see it now. So I really think that the tretinoin, so it's Retin-A, but it's prescription grade and it's tretinoin, and right now I'm at 0.01%, and once I hit the 1 year mark, I think I'm going to move up. I also use just 2 squirts of this, so not very much. And I'm not sure if I'm not using enough because I just got another shipment in, and I have 2 bottles in my drawer that I haven't even used yet. So I did finish one of these bottles, and I'm on my 2nd bottle. And since it does have Retin-A in it, or tretinoin, I do not go on top of my eyes, but I do go everywhere else. And when I first started using this, I did it on Sunday and Wednesday nights, and I did it for about 2 weeks, and I didn't really have any harsh effects on my skin, no real peeling or anything like that. And so I bumped it up to 3 times a week, and I did that for 2 weeks, and then I bumped it up to 4 times a week, and I did that for I think 4 weeks, and then 5 days and 5 weeks, and 6 days for 6 weeks. And most of the, I mean, I put it on every night that I can remember, and that's most of the time, but generally on Sunday nights I give my face a rest and don't really put anything except moisturizer on it. Okay, so the next thing that I generally put on it is the Cerave Daily Moisturizing Lotion. There is a night moisturizing lotion, but it makes me, or the one that I tried, the PM, it broke me out bad, so I'm not using it. So this one works great. It's not the AM, it's just daily moisturizing lotion. I think the AM has sunscreen in it, so if I'm using it at night, I don't need the sunscreen. So I generally use this. I did get this MyCHELLE in just a sample, and it's hyaluronic acid, which is just an extra moisturizer. So since I'm not feeling very well, or just a little bit under the weather, I feel like my skin needs a little bit extra moisture, so I'm going to put that on. But this is not something that I use every time, but I do like it. It's Ultra Hyaluronic Hydrating Serum from MyCHELLE. I don't know if it'll focus or not. Nope, I'll put everything in the description bottle. And then sometimes I use this Hippie Eye Cream, and again, since I'm not feeling super well, I can see some darkness under my eyes, so I'll just put a tiny, tiny little bit on my hands and just kind of pat that in. But I don't do this every time. Most of the time, it's just the Curology, and I always go ahead and rub everything on the back of my hands and tops of my fingers, because I think I read somewhere that you show age in your face, neck, and hands, so I want to avoid that. And then I do put a pretty good dose of the CeraVe Moisture, and the moisturizer just kind of pushes everything in, and I go down on my chest, my ears, and then of course the back of my hands also. All right, so that is what I do for my face pretty much every day, minus these 2 extra items. So it's usually the Onexton, the Curology, and then the CeraVe Daily Moisturizer. And again, I apologize for my voice. The allergies are really getting me. Okay, so I'm going to take my hair out of this. You guys can kind of see what's going on here. So I have naturally curly hair, and most of my life it has been a love-hate relationship, especially because nobody in my family has curly hair. My mom and my sister both have stick straight hair, and their hair is very fine and mine is very coarse. So nobody knew how to do anything with my hair. So all of the drugstore shampoos and conditioners are terrible. At least they are for my hair. So I use Salon brand shampoo and conditioner. I learned not to wash my hair every day, so today was a hair washing day. And then I used to have to put a myriad of products in my hair just to help hold in the moisture. With curly hair, the more moisture you can hold in, the better. And I absolutely love how my hair looks when it is wet, and I wish that I could have that straight out of the water look all the time. I would wear my hair down all the time if that was the case, but it is not. But one thing that I have found that helps so much, and I pretty much don't use anything else in my hair unless I'm going to be doing a specific style, is the Colleen Rothschild hair mask. So it's the Quench and Shine Restorative Mask from Colleen Rothschild. Again, I learned about this on YouTube, and I bought this, I want to say it was back in March. So this is a frame of reference for my hand. So the tub takes about half of my hand, so 1, 2, about 3 inches, and I have used maybe an inch of it. You use a very little amount, maybe like that, maybe double that, and then I just scrunch it all over in my hair, especially on the ends. And I usually have my hair like my head flipped over when I'm doing that. And then if you don't know about curly hair, once you have scrunched it, you do not touch it. You do not brush it. You do not comb it. You do not pick through it. You leave it alone, because you want your strands to gather together and stay there as much as possible. The more you tussle with it, the bigger it is going to get. And this stuff is amazing, and if I ever have anything left on my hands, I just rub it into my hands, and it smells wonderful. So I will put a before, I'll take a picture so that you guys can see what this looks like. Well, I'll just insert a picture afterwards, or maybe tomorrow morning, so that you can see what it looks like without any other products in it as compared to what it looks like right now. And that is pretty much all I do. After I get out of the shower, I do use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, especially in the wintertime, and this makes a huge difference with my skin, and I absolutely love it. And I'm almost out, so I need to go and get some. But anyway, that is my routine. Okay, so I totally lied. There's 2 things that I did not tell you, and it's because I put them on as soon as I get into bed. They're just right there at my bedside table, and I utilize them then. And one is this Rooted Beauty restorative lip treatment, and it is like a mask. It says lip mask. I got it on Grove, I think. It doesn't have any kind of a flavor or a scent to it. But it is absolutely fabulous. It really keeps the moisture in my lips, and I'm like addicted to it now. So if you have any other like overnight lip treatments that you know of, then just let me know, because I had never thought of doing that, and I absolutely love it. And the other thing that I do is I put on my hands and my feet before I slide them into the covers, is I use this Avon Moisture Therapy Intensive Healing and Repair. I several years ago was diagnosed with dyshydratic eczema on my fingers. They don't know why I have it or why it developed or anything like that, but it was so bad that I lost 2 of my fingernails. And what it is, I have a little bit on my hand here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I just have a little patch of it here. It is tiny little blisters. They say that most people get it from having their hands in water too much, but I don't really have my hands in water, so I'm not really sure what it is. But it's tiny little blisters, and I was getting it around my fingernails and under my fingernails, and it actually lifted my fingernail up. I know it's very gross. But anyway, so I have to be very careful about the things I use on my hands. I can't just pick out a lotion and stick it on my hands and hope it all works out. Same thing for hand soaps. So maybe it's allergy based. Anyway, but I use this on my hands and on my feet every night, and it is kind of like a clear ointment-y type thing, but it's not in any way, shape, or form greasy. And it just keeps that moisture in there on my hands and my feet, and it makes a huge difference for my skin. So I just rubbed it in, and you can see it doesn't look greasy. It's not tacky or anything like that, but I do feel like there's just satin or something on my skin. So anyway, that's everything, and I will see you guys later. I hope you have a great night. Okay guys, well, thank you for joining me for my nightly routine. I hope that you found that informative and that it helps you out. If you have any questions about my skin or about any of the products that I use, then please go ahead and message me or leave a comment, and I'll be more than happy to tell you anything, especially about my hair. I know a lot of people have questions about what I do to my hair, so it was great talking to you, and now I am going to go and finish up dinner and get myself a cup of coffee and find a place on the couch, which is not something that I normally do, but I feel like my body's telling me that I need to rest today. So I hope you guys get a good night's rest, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.